Hello, and welcome to the Memory Arcade. Ever heard this one? There we go. Right, there's an intro. I'm gonna shut up for a minute, or rather, read the dialogue. Ali, I'm calling to you. Please pick me up. Please pick up the phone, Ali. Your mother misses you. I am what remains of this gold armlet. I now entrust its power to you, for you have been chosen to speak very slowly, to undergo a difficult task. Should be grateful it's slow for once. The gold armlet has its pair, a silver armlet, which has possessed the soul of another. He will lead Oasis to ruin if you do not stop him. He was really bitter about losing in the Olympics. The powers of the gold armlet are now yours to wield. Find the four spirits this gold armlet governs, and stop the evil ambition of the one with the silver armlet. Many ages ago, a devastating battle was waged in the Shadowlands of the Kingdom of Oasis. It was between two powerful sorcerers, Rahal and Agito. Both sorcerers drew special powers from their magical armlets. Rahal used his gold armlet to govern the spirits. Agito used his silver armlet to create chaos and destruction. It's not really descriptive, is it? The epic battle destroyed them both. The armlets are presumed to be lost. To time? I think it was to time. It's usually to time. Anyway, this is Beyond Oasis. I should probably delete my test data. And press the red buttons while I'm at it. You're done. Yeah, I haven't played much Sega on this channel. Not all that many Sega games. I mean, I've actually played quite a few newer ones, like Yakuza 0 comes to mind, and Bayonetta was very prominently supported and published by Sega before Nintendo took over. But yeah, we played a little bit of Sonic, like Sonic 1 and 2 and the widescreen remasters that were a mess to get going. Because they were Android exclusive for some reason. Anyway, digressing. But other than that, maybe a Genesis game here and there. Oh yeah, we showcased a bunch of Saturn stuff on our little 3D retrospective on early 3D graphics. But other than that, I wasn't much of a Sega kid growing up. I never had a Sega console back in the day. But I played a bunch of Mega Drive and Saturn games with a friend who was more of a Sega kid, so we complemented each other in that regard. And yeah, Beyond Oasis, or weirdly, Story of Thor, yeah, like the Norse god, in some territories. Yeah, I guess it was probably conceived as like a, the slightly more mature, slightly edgier response to Zelda, I guess. But I always had a fondness for this one. Also played it a couple times over the years. Because I think it's quite good and merits a closer look. And I went out of the menu again. Never mind. So, I guess the canonical name of our lad is Ali, which is fine. I will question why Ali has blonde hair and blue eyes, and is also the good guy. In this particular, you know, inspired by setting. Yeah. So Ali is an intrepid adventurer, also a prince, as we'll learn, and just found this armlet. Sinking the I dig that what would usually be like either the first half hour or potentially the first 5 hours of another game or narrative. The game is just like, nah, you found the thing. No, do the main stuff, like the first act of the. I mean, there's still narrative. So I bound it like this. So Ali, as you can see, a bit bulkier sprite than good old Link. The sprite work in this game is really pretty. I also really enjoy the music. The music is more relegated to the background. It's generally very quiet compared to other games, but it's just always kind of there and a touch more atmospheric and not quite as melody driven as you would expect from, say, a Zelda game. And yeah. We got weapons, we got items, we got status, we got a map. And we can save, and the save is always accompanied by this lovely little whistle that will stay with me forever. And, how... no. Digging in the mud again, Ali. Excavations, you say? What's the difference? Ma'am, I'll have you know, I'm the first and sole member of the Oasis Archaeological Society, and we're doing great things here. Hey, take me to the ruins next time, please. Kid, the last ruins sank, and the ones before that exploded. I don't know what to tell you. Ali, I have a special today. Why don't you take a look? Okay, not really a shop, but... Hey, take me to... oh, yeah. Oh, Ali, nice armlet. Where do you find it? Hi, Ali. There have been many strangers around here lately. I don't like them. Okay, rude. Hi, Ali. What kind of junk did you dig up today? Also note that we are the only blonde kid. Oh, combat. So, like, I'm not sure if this was positioned as the good old Genesis does what Nintendo don't kind of situation, but Ali's ability to defend himself is very different from Link, who, you know, at the time just swung his sword, maybe did a spin attack, and had his tools. This is more like, you're a kid, right? You like fighting games and mild cartoon violence. Ali defeated the hostile group which attacked him and hurried to see his teacher. Was the other building. Prince Ali? Shit, I don't know the words. Oh, fabulously Alibaba. You're alright. I don't know who they were, but you were their target. They've been they may have attacked the castle as well. You must check on your family. But yeah, so combat is a lot more. Like you can, by holding the jump button, you can do this crouch, or just jump, or do a bit of a delayed jump, not sure if that's higher. You can stab, you can go stabby stab really fast. And at some point you go into Shang-Li's all-time classic special. You can charge this one up to do it horizontal rather than just stabbing. And you can also kick folks in the face. Actually, you're right. I don't know who they were, but... Oh. Very same text as before. But yeah. In terms of storytelling, still not... Oh, we can also do low attacks against creepy cronies. That's good to remember. Yeah. If I remember the story correctly, it's box standard. I'm not even sure if there are all that many NPCs who have names other than the antagonist and maybe Ali's family. I'm not sure if there's any kind of leveling mechanic. Well, we have a rank. Yeah, our little armlet doesn't do anything yet. It will, and it will do some really cool stuff, and that's one of the reasons to play this game. Also exploding snakes. Just hit that aggro. Oh, the castle is actually in a different place, but... So yeah, the horizontal slightly charged attack is a touch stronger, and also has a knockback. So yeah, I won't go through this entire game and just compare it to Zelda, even though it's, I suppose, the obvious comparison to make at that point in time in gaming history, but I always liked this one because it wasn't just that. It also had exploding snakes. Yeah, it had this really interesting combat ideas. It had somewhat poorly aged digitized voices with the enemy screams. I hope the volume is alright, so that you can enjoy the soundtrack by... did it say Yuzo Koshiro on the title screen? Very rare that the composer gets individual credits on the title screen, but I guess Koshiro was a hot name at the time. Can't think of too much that he did outside of ActRaiser, but I'm sure there was a bunch. But yeah, good on him for getting that kind of name recognition. Especially back in the day when barely any folks in gaming were, well, not even celebrities, but you know, just kind of known. Oh, wow. Are you... I wonder if they looked at stuff like Final Fight and maybe at that point already Streets of Rage had already come out, maybe? Maybe they looked at that and were like, you know what, fighting in these games is so much fun, but the levels are kinda dull. Let's do something more with it. Yeah, like, no idea if that was the impetus, but... yeah. The little campsite with the, I guess, dire rats or whatever, did remind me a little of Breath of the Wild, and these similarities don't end there. No, this game also has weapon degradation. Always a good idea in video games, he said sarcastically. If I remember correctly, this game kinda makes it work. But I still think it's not the greatest feature to have. Anyway, our trusty little dagger is indestructible. But I think just about anything we get in the future has limited durability. And as you can see, they're getting a lot of mileage out of their different enemies by just giving them different weapons with different movesets. It's actually one of the few things I would criticize, aside from the weapon durability thing in Breath of the Wild, is that enemy variety. Like, the enemies are always fun to fight because they made them very smart and versatile, just like here. Or, well, here they are, where they are smart. Anyway, they're versatile. And there's also not a whole lot of them, and at some point palette swapping sets in both games. Anyway, Ollie, it's you. It has been a long time. Did you find anything interesting? Are you alright, Ali? I saw a strange group in the village and I was worried about you. It's not safe to wander around outside. Hello, Ali. Do excavations still interest you? Was that like a really weird way to hit on me? Gross. Ali, what did you dig up today? I've not seen you lately, Ali. Where have you been? Okay, none of these folks really have anything particularly interesting to say, and sadly, the villages are pretty, but also pretty minimalistic. Oh, there's an open door. I know exactly what that's for, but yeah. And the thing is, I've been meaning to play this one for a while because it's one of the few Genesis games that I have really strong nostalgic feelings for. But I've also, I don't think I've ever fully played the sequel on the Saturn. And that would just be a very nice game to follow this playthrough up with at some point. Whatever, you just jump in directly. I don't believe Beyond the Oasis is super long. So maybe I'll just do them in one go because, you know, for fear of just kind of getting back to it. Yeah, at some point we'll get back to Persona 4, but it's such a long game. And we've probably already sunk like 40 hours into it on stream, not counting the hours I did offline grinding. Prince Ali, fabulous he, welcome back. The king and the princess are waiting for you in the main hall up the stairs. Yeah, but what's in the basement? Isn't that the important question? Give flute, give fish, give fruit to fend off scurvy, crossbow, sword. I'm guessing we still have to do something to unlock that. I spy an element, so yeah, there might be some puzzle work in our future. You're thinking about laying out your castle like this? Don't. Unless you're really worried about invading troops, then giving them the runaround like this is probably not the worst idea. The king and the princess are waiting for you in the main hall up the stairs. Yada yada yada. Father, I have returned. Welcome back, my son. Let me see what you found. I've heard the story before. If this is really the gold armlet, then it was the reason for that strange attack today. The gold armlet governs the wild spirits. Ali, go find the spirits sleeping in the water shrine. Wow, the narrative is so minimalistic, but kind of in a charming way. It's really just, here's thing, go find thing, and we don't always need the really deep drama. And Zelda gets a pass for it, so... Ali, have you been to the water shrine? Go to the east through the village. The spirit is a trustworthy partner for you. Ali, please go and read the books hidden in the back room before you go in. I'm sure they'll help you. Big attack, small attack. Press or tap B to attack the enemies. Ali jumps from right. When C button is tapped and ducks when button is out. Yeah. Alright. Double tapping for running. Spin attack. No one has a special attacks with a dagger. D-pad forward. Left, back, right, button B is set. What? Forward, left. So it's kind of like a spin attack that you execute manually in Zelda. Oh? Oh, I did this one. Right, let's crack open a soda and rubber gamepad. Very lovely. Gamepad, please. Come on. It didn't actually take as much offense at the fall as it now wants to sink again. There we go. Cutting edge audio tech. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the door that we were stumped at was over here. Okay. Ceiling meat. The fairest of meats. Ah, shit, giant. Let's try our sword on that giant. Not bad. Ah, there's a quick weapon switch. Wait, the sword only has 2 more strikes left? Ah, but we got a new one. Ugh. Let's ignore the blobs for now. It won't let us ignore the blobs. Huh. I think there was a trick to this. Thank you. Oh? Oh, try jumping. And we found the first boss, so very fast too. Great design. Phase 2, let's have some ceiling meat. Loot? No? My master, Gul'damlet, show me your light bow. your light ball. Did I not map every button? I may not have mapped every button. How embarrassing. Ah, these are extra buttons. I mean, it must be Aiden, right? There we go. Let me save that layout real quick before I forget between sessions. I'm Ditto, a water spirit. Water has the power to purify and can wash away evil. I swear that I am devoted to my master. I will come to serve you when you see the light ball on the when I see the light ball on the surface of the water. You found Ditto, a spirit of water who has been sleeping in the water shrine. Magic bubble. Tap button A to generate a bubble that stuns enemies. Healing. Tap button A twice. Magic storm. Hold button A for 1 second to attack all enemies with a water tornado. Press the ABC buttons together to cancel the summons. Wait, the dungeon just gets reset? I just wanted to check out the place because, you know, there are maybe a few roads less traveled. Devastating. But yeah, Data or Daito, she obviously has her uses for puzzle solving, and I mean, if you want to give me all that loot. Hello, Succulent Club, how are you today? Oh, that's... I guess it's always this one. Okay, the boss does not respawn. So, our little water sprite, we can summon her basically wherever there's water, and as long as we have magic. She's not terribly useful. In combat, although we didn't try the water storm, but yeah, she can heal us, and obviously helps with various water-based obstacles. And as you can imagine, there are multiple elemental spirits in this game. I like the detail of the eye on the mana gauge opening up whenever we try casting something. Still rank 1. We got 71 kills to our name. So there are shortcuts in this game. I wonder if there's a send spirit away shortcut that would work on the 6-button pad, because I would very much like to have that. There we go. So I'm guessing we're to report back to our dear father. And I might not even be going the right way. But yeah, I mentioned before, the music in this game is way more on the atmospheric end than pretty much anything else at the time. And I appreciate that. When it comes to classic video game music, I'm definitely more in the melodic camp. Things I really enjoy, but these are still very nice tunes that really invoke an atmosphere. Oh wow, chests with stuff just respawn, huh? I mean, this is kinda our home base, so giving us like the odd crossbow here and there. Really? No way to Also, how does one regain magic? Oh, certain foods. That makes a... There we go, SP. Probably not the wisest choice to do that right here, where we can probably talk to our sister again for an automatic refill, but... eh. So you found a water spirit, then the story must be true. I've instructed the soldiers to find out who these strangers are. I will receive a report sometime later. Ollie, you must go to the East Waterfall before the soldiers come back. There must be another shrine where a spirit sleeps. Find it to fulfill your destiny. Really to the point. Trust the soldiers guarding the castle. Please be careful, brother. Wait, no mana refill? No? Okay, to the east, he says. So I'm guessing we're going north, where I turned around earlier. Oh yeah, awfully motivated. You got 5 shots, do not miss your chance to Mom spaghetti. My rebels can open this water gate, master. Okay. Bubble away then. Oh, easy. Jesus. Let's take a quick look at the controls. So X is assigned to the map. Then we have Y for the quick menu. So I guess Z is still available. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, no, that's an item quick menu. Okay. Well, we can work with that. Let's put the item quick menu here. L. weapon quick menu here. Guess there's probably a way to macro this, but unless an option really jumps at me right now. I've gotta do it this way. Oh, I actually thought of a way. Right trigger. Comes another variation of A. It's much easier to press. Pretty sure this dungeon is where the gloves or the training wheels come off a little bit. Especially the bats are really annoying. Blue gem? What's a blue gem? Precious. Maybe it makes our girl Dido stronger. And we got zombies. I love how the zombies just trot into these environmental traps and, yeah, get incinerated. It's a neat detail that less dedicated developers may have missed. Oh, I can actually reach an area there that I haven't been to before. Oh. Oh, it's just a hidey hole for a crossbow. Wait, no, I've been here. Little water wouldn't go amiss. Blast those bubbles. Oh, is it already boss time? Doesn't seem like it. The grapes give me max HP. This one just gives me a quarter. Yeah, might as well. Oh, wait, I can't just strike the sword with my... Okay, I thought I had to do this whole difficult thing where I summon the water spirit and then the water spirit has to vanquish the fire, and I need the water spirit right now. And I'm on fire. Charming. Girl, just do your thing. What was that? Was this just like a heart piece but as a random drop? Huh, rank 2. I guess you just pick up your level up. Joke's on you, motherfucker, I got so much cheese with me. But wouldn't it suck to die right here? Ifrit is my name. I am fire which burns away anything unclean. Okay, we got a zealot. The gold armlet is my master. We found Ifrit, a spirit of fire who has been sleeping in the waterfall shrine. Tap button A to create a stream of fire breath. Fireball attack. Tap button A twice to turn Ifrit into a fireball. Melt bomber. Hold button A for 1 second to cause a fire inundation. Press EVC to cancel the summon. So Ifrit is fun because he just punches shit on his arm. I think the color jewels may actually just make them stronger. So I guess Ifrit is kind of the default spirit to have around, simply because he's not just there, he basically acts as your bodyguard. How much do I have left on that sword? Yeah, let's not waste it all. Oh. So the structure of... I really dislike it when the terrain doesn't make it clear if you can go somewhere or not. I guess the structure of the game so far suggests that we just return to our dear father. I think at some point bad things happen here. But yeah, apparently not for a moment. Later, soldiers reported that some strange groups are camped out in the field, northeast of the water shrine. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's a nice crystal there that Ifrit can destroy. You must investigate the area before they hurt the villagers. Father's very worried about you. I am too. Take care, and come back safe and sound. Oh, that's like a shortcut outside. Neat. Woohoo! Look at them doing their little dance. Like when they die from his punches, they also just incinerated. Oh. Oh. Why? Didn't I just... Oh, there's a way for me to drop those. I guess we found another shrine with very unsubtle. Yeah. Ifrit, buddy. Oh man, do something. Oh, it's fireball. Oh god, 5 laps of this. Thank you. I was a little stumped there. Also, this is kind of clunky and a little frustrating, especially with how you have to do everything with one button. But also just a really neat idea to just put into the game. That's okay. I'm guessing there's maybe a red jewel that you can win. We can come back here. And we need... Come on, you're blue zombie. Probably have some water left in your body. I love how her bubble is just like, eh. What do you expect? It's a water bottle. So we have pretty good magic regeneration here, but I guess it gets disabled in dungeons. Or not. I like how you still get the kick when you have a crossbow equipped. Not sure if it saves weapon usage, but if I'm gonna use the crossbows at all, it's nice to be a little more versatile. Oh, fun. Wee. I mean, when given a choice, I'd actually much rather have my strong boy with me. That works. I should save the last crossbow. Or maybe not. In these games, I'm always way too reluctant to actually do something with all the shit I find. To the point where I'm playing way too conservatively. Like, they gave me a silly metal crossbow with 5 shots, I might as well use it. Oh? I bet this one turns off the trap. Really? Ifrit? Not a single one? I am disappointed. Ah, shit. Yeah, we've already established that this game has fairly generous rewards for room clearing. And we have healing items up the wazoo. I love those silly exploding snakes. Also, we never followed up on Soul Blazer with Illusion of Time, and I think we should amend that at some point. Illusion of Time is a wonderful game. Or Illusion of Gaia, depending on which territory. Good grief. Come on. Yeah, I mean, it's such a lovely game. It has a wonderful story, a bit sad in there. Oh, new enemy type. The gameplay is just excellent. And lovely visuals, great music. Oh, there's a randomizer for it. Yeah, the thing is, I love this game dearly and I played it a bunch on the Super Nintendo, like several times through, but it's probably been good 15 years since I touched it, so I wouldn't be up for a randomizer. Maybe after that, like the randomizer maybe also takes out a few of the talky bits, so you can just focus on the gameplay run through. I think that could be really cool. Because the game is fairly linear, so a randomizer could be interesting. Ah, it's probably not worth it, but maybe a swing of the sword. Ba-ba-ba. Chest? Oh, it was actually a mini-boss. He captured the enemy base and sneaked onto a ship staying in the harbor. Okay. Is there any fire up here? There is. Come on, Ifrit smash. That's kinda... well, it's a bit chaotic and I'm getting knocked down a bunch, but fundamentally this is what this game... I feel what it wants to be, gameplay-wise. Like slightly chaotic, but still really cool action. Should I just break this, or...? No, it's the switches. It might be a specific combination of the switches. Let's bust a sword for this. I wonder if back in the day, Zelda fans made fun of the game. You know, with the breaking weapons. Well, the Master Sword doesn't break. And I hope some of them felt like real assholes when Breath of the Wild came out. Which again, wonderful game. I could just do without the breakage system being quite that severe. Alright, this is where we meet our adversary. Gold Armlet, you're brave to come here, but unfortunately I have no time to fool with you. Yeah, I mean, I like it in the early game, when you're this scrappy adventurer and kind of disorganized and have to think on your feet, and every 5 minutes your shit breaks, and kind of turns this, some encounters, it really turns it into a kind of a die-hard think on your feet and improvise situation, and I appreciate that. I just wish that that later into the game it would fade into the background, like if they had a special category of weapons, like the champion weapons, for instance. And I've actually modded my Wii U version of the game to do just that. The Master Sword and the champion weapons don't break. So there's the Hylian shield. And thank you for the follow. And it's just, you approach the entire game differently. And of course, in the context of Breath of the Wild, you're kind of cheating. Because, you know, the legendary Goron Rock Smasher will just deal with a lot of stuff really handily with its 60 power and its roundhouse attack and my fully upgraded stamina circle. But still, it kind of takes a little bit of that, again, takes that out of the later game, and I kind of wish that they had designed it that way to begin with. Or given us a no breakage New Game Plus option or whatever. Anyway, sorry, bit of a digression. Gold Armlet, you're brave to come here, but unfortunately I've not time to fool with you. I am Silver Armlet. You cannot stop me, and you will be sorry you tried. That's I feel there's a bit of a Dragon Ball vibe going on here that I appreciate. Let's heal. Let's not be that person who dies here. Yeah, but speaking of stuff only Nintendo can come up with, when I first heard about the 3D collection, I was really jazzed. Like, immediately I was like, oh, come on, put Galaxy 2 in there, will ya? But you know, having that on the Switch and Galaxy and I think that did nothing. I guess I'm just gonna tough it out with the knife. And yeah, Galaxy and Sunshine look really great in HD and widescreen and all that jazz. And then I heard about the limited availability, and I was like, God damn it, Nintendo, why? Like, the most boneheaded decisions, and they always just laser focus in on them. Oh yeah, I'm sure Xenoblade Chronicles, the Switch version, I'm sure it's awesome. I didn't finish it on the Wii, but it was a really solid game with a really nice sense of scale, and I thought Shulk wasn't terribly engaging as a protagonist, but maybe that changes later into the game. But yeah, just the idea, you're in a gigantic dead mech has its own wildlife evolving on it, and that's our premise for the world. Was just really cool. Ali defeated the gargoyles. He headed his boat in the direction where Silver Armlet disappeared. Okay, so we just commandeered this. Oh, he takes a boat. Like how we were in this rhythm of get a spirit, go back to the castle. get another spirit. And now we're on this wild adventure off the beaten path. I mean, the game is still fairly linear. Obviously this is where we're supposed to be at this point. But I like that they're breaking it up, and it's not just it's not just formula all the way through. But now we have an adversary, and they've kind of thrown down well, not the gauntlet. Oh god. I'll take it. I'll take that. Remind me, which Xenoblades are on the Switch? Like, they made a Xenoblade for the Wii. They made one for the Wii U, which I also started and didn't get very far. I didn't even get to the mechas, which is shameful. Kinda blame it on the somewhat dour MMO mechanics that they put in there to kinda pad out the game. Other than that, the game was really fun. Right, they made a fully third game. Like, I wasn't sure if 2 was even a thing, or if it was just an update to X. Yeah, they've been busy, and there've been rumors that is it Monolith? That Monolith has been tapped to help on Breath of the Wild 2, which they're welcome to do. They do good work. I could really use a spirit just about now. So I love that, like, enemies can hurt each other and all that. It's just a very thoughtful design. I'll take the water spirit. Can I make that? Timing wise? I probably can. Yeah, just about. I guess the block on the other end of the room would have been the alternative. But I still might have to put this down here. Oh, they even helped on the first Breath of the Wild. Yeah, they do scale really well, and they know how to get the most out of Nintendo hardware, which tends to be like a step behind in terms of processing power. You know, huh. That's so thoughtful of them. What else got patched recently? the PC version of Persona, which only just came out recently, but it was a very solid port, as far as I could tell. But it got an extensive update the other day, with more options, more graphical bells and whistles and all that. Also fixing some stuff, obviously. But I'm always really like, a lot of the market that we're in does not incentivize to go out of your way like that for your customer base, and then I'm always really happy when a developer does it. Yeah. How is that, by the way? I remember loving Grandia 1 on the PlayStation, and they changed the sprite work, right? Oh, something opened up. So it's now more line art than pixel art? Which is okay, it's just a different style. I was just a little worried about the wary regarding this change in art style. Okay, I mean, I can definitely summon her. I sure can, because my mana is out, and we're once again in a weird situation where it doesn't update, doesn't regenerate. Because I never played Grandia 2. I hear it's good, just that the original PC port was not great at all. But then console to PC ports back in that era, they're very hit and miss. Okay, I'm guessing this is not something you can just break. No. Oh, the key was here. Oh. Okay, that happened. Okay. Here for it, buddy. Do something for your money. Speaking of really good RPGs, at least so I'm told, still need to consider if I wanna fork over the cash for the Switch version of Dragon Age 11, is it? I guess because... maybe... oh no! Oh, it has an autosave. Because we haven't manually saved in hell of a long time. Yeah, Dragon Quest XI. Because, where are we at anyway? With, in terms of... I guess this is... because at first there was a PC port. Then there was the Switch version, which was like this definitive version S and whatnot. That had the super charming pixel art lo-fi mode that you could switch to between chapters. And that sounded just really up my alley and really appealing. I would probably still play most of the game in 3D, but it's just really neat. And at that time, that was exclusive to the Switch, but apparently now that edition is also coming to Steam. But to be honest, it still sounds like a game that I would probably really enjoy having on the Switch. But the nature of the Switch being that it is a really neat device, games for it are very rarely reduced in price. It's not a Nintendo first-party title, that's probably lucky. But yeah, I could probably get a Steam deal for this at some point. The chances of this going meaningfully down in price for the Switch are likely very low. So yeah, that's kind of my train of thought when it comes to Dragon Quest. Also that I'm a little bummed out that the composer who, like, his music is super... it's really beautiful and well liked and beloved, but apparently the guy himself is a real asshole, like the kinda that really goes all in on the nationalistic movement in Japan and some of the really ugly connotations that's taken with regard to their World War II history and not owning up to it. And let's not get into the weeds here, but that's just also a thing that I think about when I think, hey, Dragon Quest is a really neat series and I should probably have dumped a few hundred hours into it by now instead of not really having done that at all. And then I'm reminded of stuff like that, and yeah. It's kind of like how at some point I just get the urge to play Skyrim again. And then I'm like, oh, but Jeremy Soule has since been outed as a bit of a scumbag. So I guess I'm playing that without the music. That's sad. Friends of mine got married and danced to the Skyrim theme on their wedding. Because, you know, it's a waltz, it works, and they're big nerds, and I love them. And kind of sucks that I'm now kind of second guessing that memory. Anyway, this game right here, right now. Yeah, this is definitely the dungeon that says, okay, playtime's over. Enemies are more frequent, puzzles are a little more involved, and they also really make you work for they also really make you work for the various spawn points for your ghost bodies. And if your spirit despawns, because of a lack of mana, okay, so this trap did me in because I was really careless and thought I could just brute force my way through. So now with all the enemies defeated, I can do this again. Oh, and I like the audio feedback. It really gives you the impression that something is being pulled back or secured. Almost. Ifrit. Oh my god. You owe me an apple, buddy. There was a lot of really big sprites on the screen with a, I want to say, decent frame rate. At some point I should really look up what blast processing was actually supposed to be. Apparently it was actually a thing that existed and not just something made up by the marketing department. Probably wildly taken out of context and exaggerated by marketing. But yeah, I was always really enamored with the graphics in this game because they had a very strong stylistic bent. Like they were very confident in their. I guess I don't need that. In the visual identity of their game. Hey, that's a chest. Must have that loot. And I suppose the blue key. And that just sends me back through the entire dungeon, doesn't it? The basic idea is that the hardware's video processors blasted continuously with the Mega Drive's 68K processor working flat out to change the color of every pixel on an individual basis as the guns on a CRT screen move from left to right and then down the next line and so on, a process known as active scan. Okay. It was never used in any ship games. Oh no. That's a little while ago there was this someone released a demo coded for the Super Nintendo, and it was like the first level of Sonic the Hedgehog, running completely natively on Super Nintendo hardware. And also in a way where you could see that, no, the Super Nintendo wasn't just straight up superior to the Genesis. There were differences and, you know, plus points on both sides. And I kind of wish that people would do that more often. Obviously it's really hard. The original development kits are probably not available, and doing that all from scratch with homemade tools in, I don't know, C++, if that, probably assembler, is probably... Oh, fuck off with that chest over there. Really? Really? Former programmer of the Genesis Sonic games on YouTube who explains their code. And it's interesting stuff because they did a lot with very little. And when I hear that the Genesis had this really interesting tech that was actually heavily advertised but also not really used, I kinda wish that people would, if they feel so inclined, just keep developing for that hardware. And see what could still be done with it. But yeah, it's an almost impossible thing to ask of folks. The fucking bomb. I used the bomb, right? To get that one. And I mean, just doing really interesting stuff on old hardware is one thing. I'm not mad that stuff like Shovel Knight looks the part, but wouldn't really work on an NES. And is also not developed on NES hardware. It's still a mighty fine game, and I'm glad it got made. Okay. Ha! Wow. I feel so validated. Well, you got us here, bomb. Now fuck off. Yeah, which spirit should I take? Kinda partial to a body there. Oh yeah. Ifrit's doing the work here. By the way, we got so much cool stuff, like a broadsword. Need to remind myself to not keep hoarding, otherwise it's just... It's gonna be Final Fantasy all over again, where I'm swimming in elixirs in the final battle. I'm sure no hit strategy for this boss exists. Oh. Ah. So I should probably be above that. But at the very beginning of the battle, I hit my quick save function because we don't need to see this dungeon a third time. But yeah, I wonder, maybe I should have let it play out. Maybe it would have put us at the boss, or maybe it would have put us back at the beginning of the dungeon. Those elixirs are kinda rare, so I should use them carefully. Not use them at all, I get it. No, I mean, hoard them like a dragon. Exactly. Like, I've been in like the penultimate boss fight of a JRPG, and my stupid brain was like, yeah, but what if you need it in the final fight? And I had like 20 or 40 of them. I could have chucked one every round. Come on, buddy, drop. You wanna drop, right? On Hell's Heart and search. I guess that's what manuals used to be for. Defeated the monster in the cave and picked up the necklace, which had a mysterious radiance. Ah. Yeah, let's heal. Run, he forgot to unequip his broadsword. But like it's an expensive move. Let me kill some of the monsters with it. Oh god, like I will remember having this with, I don't know, I think that's not even for the plant, I think that's for the shadow spirit. But yeah, like I said, very confident design, this entire game. Very good use of just surfaces, which it shares with A Link to the Past. Just on rare occasions that my English is failing me, but A Link to the Past has this thing where the graphics are not terribly detailed, or certain surfaces, it's just flat colors, but it's used so well that you don't really notice, or still, you know, very much appreciate the graphical fidelity, because it has a really well put together style. Built around this around these quote-unquote empty surfaces. Like, for example, the trees in A Link to the Past are just like 3 different shades of concentric shades of green, but they totally work. And here it's a little bit of a mishmash here, as you can see with the walls and everything, but large swaths of grass, or even large swaths of pants on our protagonist, just one color. Oh, hi! I mean, bombs are always an option. Where was I? Yeah, and so I guess this is a little bit of a precursor to cell shading. Oh, I'm calling the cavalry somewhat fierce. Jesus. And yeah, if you know how to work with a relatively minimalistic style, can really pay dividends. These games also tend to age much better. Like, there's a lot of stuff on the Genesis that kind of looks I don't know. Not even compared to the Super Nintendo, just in general. Just graphics that were, I guess, overly detailed, maybe also a little over-ambitious, and haven't aged super well. And this game still looks so fucking rad. And if someone told me, oh yeah, but the Genesis actually couldn't do as many colors as the Super Nintendo, I would look at this game and be like, so? Really good use of the colors they had. Did I mention that the game took off the training wheels a little while ago? I wonder if the spirits are a little smarter on in the Saturn sequel. Oh, that's why his name was on the title screen. Yeah, I thought, wow, weird flex to have the composer in there, but good for getting your name out there in that era of video games. But yeah, him being also lead dev makes a lot of sense, or, you know. Yeah. I wasn't much of a Sega kid growing up, so Streets of Rage is something I have yet to discover for myself. But he also did the soundtrack of ActRaiser, right? And that one has beautiful music. Also, I really love it when composers just... Very often the composers just, you know, that. They're the music person, and that's kind of their thing. Oh, I never noticed that we can look up the keys we have. Also, really minimalist interface for a game where sometimes interfaces would be a lot more in your face and involved. Yes. Yes, oh, it's always nice to see when the composer is not just the music person, which is fine, but I like it when they also have their hands in different aspects of development or the creative process. I believe Akira Yamaoka was also a lot more involved in Silent Hill than just doing the awesome music. Another example would have been Alec Holowka. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. He turned out to be a very problematic person, sadly, and has even more sadly since passed away. But yeah, he did a lot more than just, oh, it's Wizrope. They're not even legally distinct Wizrope. Yeah, his babies were Aquaria and Night in the Woods. Night in the Woods, just a terrific game. But yeah, also, good for Koshiro to just have such a range. I mentioned this a couple of times, how the score for this game that we're playing is very much on the atmospheric end, and not that big on strong melodies, but you know, it's there, and it weaves a tapestry. And does that very effectively. Whereas in Actraiser you got some really all-time bangers that are very melodic. He caught a faint conversation from downstairs. Is it to the north? Yes, in the wall fortress. It is the key to go to the west crater to see Shade. I'm trying to come up with a joke about them talking about, I don't know, just wanting to get some shade. Because, you know, Oasis. Or meeting a guy named Shade, like Shades from the Luke Cage Netflix show. But yeah. You would think that we got water, we got fire, we probably got wind and earth. Earth we kinda get. But yeah, the last spirit that we encounter, or maybe even the next, is a shadow spirit, which seems kinda random, but okay. We are left for the wall fortress to continue after Summer Armlet. I'm glad it didn't just teleport us. Didn't explore the whole thing, but yeah. Guess you can later traverse this whole thing, Metroidvania style. Oh, hell no. Okay, at least they die fast. Speaking of Streets of Rage, were any Streets of Rage folks involved with this game? Simply because the beat 'em up trappings of the gameplay here. And the very, very loud screams of death. Oh, 2 giants. Yeah, I wonder what the thought process here was, whether they just wanted to switch it up in general, whether they had a beat 'em up background, or whether it was maybe just this whole Nintendo posturing. like we're gonna make Zelda, but we're gonna make it a little edgy. Still don't know how to do this one consciously. Oh, those bastards. I remember them well. Get in here, buddy. It's the Death Sword. Okay. Ooh. Did I mention combat in this game feels really good? What the hell? I mean, would be rude not to, right? I guess the game just spawns enemies of a certain difficulty in each area. Kinda hardwired to try to clear a room, but this is not a room, so... Do we get anything for summoning her here? Honestly, I'd rather have her. I think we're just back at the beginning. Maybe we can try for that chest. Should also probably think about wrapping up the stream soonish. Nope. Okay, this better be a really awesome chest. I'll take that. I like it when a game is really good about peppering in rewards that feel worth the effort. The thing that was a little bit missing from Breath of the Wild, because hard pieces were kind of relegated to solving the shrines, and as such the number of really meaningful rewards that you could just find in well-hidden nooks and crannies around the world was a little bit more limited. I mean, the game also made really good use, for once, of its cash. Like, that's a Zelda game where you actually want that money. but yeah. Hmm. Maybe it's not a... maybe it's not a dun thing at all. Oh no, Dido, or Dido is her name. Oh, wow. Okay, okay. Obviously that's not doing anything. Let's try the Death Sword. Yeah, I would say it works as advertised. We found Ganon's tower, or, yeah, equivalent. We're running into a... Oh, I thought this sounded really foreboding, like this ramp would lead to a boss fight or anything. Oh, that's so gonna break. Shit. Trying very desperately to summon Ifrit, and maybe I should just use the lantern. There he is. What's SP? Oh, we're really running out on conventional healing, huh? Let me guess, I need to do something on the other side now. Like, clear the area. Oh, I'll take that. Well, I didn't see that it said hyper on the cover. I just wanted to throw a power bomb, and then this weird lady in the orange power armor came to me and asked if I had a license. Probably start thinking about what to stream on in October. Oh, this will be fine. I mean, I wish. It's... For a training area, it's taking itself very... Wow, just got backhanded by a giant. Itself very seriously. Honestly, if the Kokiri had put Link through this, he should have just quit. Yeah, go save your world by yourself, like. Seriously? Oh. And then he gets it with a random punch. Wow. This area is pulling no punches. Light the damn bonfire, you idiot. Okay, there we go. At least the spikes also affect enemies. Oh shit, it's getting ever narrower. Oh! Don't you dare stunlock me! Oh, the game really ramped it up there. I have this sneaking suspicion that it wants me to the two giants stand on the two buttons and they'll just keep yeah. Okay, gonna check out what's on the right. Oh, nothing much. Fire. 3 shots. Come on. Come on. Yeah, good enough. You've caught up with me much earlier than I expected. Well, let me reward you. Somewhere in this castle there's a device which can move you through a warp of time and space. I don't need it, but you will. Show me your power, Gold Armlet. You must defeat my minions to gain access to the warp device. Why would you tell me? Oh god. Oh god. They must have been so proud of this boss. Like, just a stunning image. Oh dear. Oh, we're good. Come on. Yeah, so I was thinking about what I should play during, or rather, what I should stream during October, meaning during Halloween season. That's it. There we go. Because with everything going on in the world, sure, the default for Halloween is kind of horror games, but maybe you should take it easy on the existential dread kind of horror. Huh. Neat. Defeated the monsters in the fortress and got the warp device. The very creatively named warp device. Oh god. Healing. I need healing. Or the warp device. Not like this. Oh god. Really? I think I'd rather... I guess. Yeah. So anyway, sorry, lost my train of thought there for a moment. Yeah, with everything going on in the world, I don't think I feel too keen on the really, really depressing and dark kind of horror. So this season I might take it easy on your Silent Hills or Amnesia or whatnot. But there's still so many goofy and spooky games, like plenty of Castlevania games we haven't looked at. And yeah, so I kind of want more spoopy than spooky stuff, if that makes sense. This game has such forward momentum. Like, we've been on the run basically since the second dungeon, and it's getting some terrific mileage out of just the first two spirits of 4 spirits. Or maybe they didn't know what to do with the latter two in the greater game. I don't remember the second half of the game that well. Dude, I just pulled out my death sword just for you. That's the dungeon, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Oh god, it keeps going. We're just a little malnourished, aren't we? Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Thanks to everyone who talked in chat, who just lurked. Just stopped by briefly or stuck around. I appreciate all of you. Yeah, this is a great little game, and I'm glad I'm revisiting it. I'll be back. I'll try to do another stream. Maybe even finish this game off, because it's not super long. And we're already like 2.5 hours in. Yeah. Everyone, take care of yourself. Have yourself a fantastic rest of the weekend. And yeah, I'll be back soonish. I definitely don't want it to be another week. And yeah, we'll play more Beyond Oasis. A sweet little game that I feel deserves a little more recognition than it might be getting these days. Yeah. That said, I'll see you all next time, and goodbye.